We're starting to see how he was maybe the top fragger of lower round.
My God.
Wow. Okay. I think we're starting to see how he was maybe the top fragger of lower round one. Golly. That's a huge, huge team fight to win against a very good team. That could be the kickstart they need to feel very confident about this game number 6, Tiff. And if you are Knight, I think they've done enough here today. They had some pretty solid points on the board. They should be able to be okay, but I do see Rumble loses the Gulag as well. I mean, nobody can feel safe right now.
I don't feel safe. And I'm sitting here on the desk witnessing the action happen in game. Clutch, Funzy, and co. Super spooky. Good angles. Squad number 34, you can see the one solo down on the low ground, probably hitting tents and kind of finessing their way through airport, looking for a regain. Stable J, Strixie, Baba Huff. Could be an interesting fight, as you can just see. Stable trying to get closer, but Patience leaving you out in the open. The knock through the smoke. I'm loving these early engagements.
Yeah, just being able to have that gun in the back pocket. He only had about 4 or 5 bullets. That's all it takes when you're trying to go it. You clean up Stable J. Not going to be enough for Clutch Funzy. You can see, though, airport starting to become a hotbed of activity. A couple different teams on the outside here. We watch Stable J go down. Baba Huff going to fall at the hands of Clutch as well. You managed to find this other team that has decided to roll on up. I said game 6 is sometimes a bloodbath here, Tiff. We're already losing one team off the map. Done, dusted. They are gone. And we are just barely into zone number 1.
Yeah, 5 minutes into the map. Completely out. Funzy still trying to finish the hunt onto that Stable J roster. Strixie here, we drop down straight on him, and it'll 2v1, safety in numbers. Another kill to their tally. Well, all this does, though, is they get the low ground now, and a team has completely moved into it for Leo, finding themselves not in a good position on the leaderboard and definitely on the ground. One plate to their name. We're going to have to win this fight under the smoke. And quite frankly, your team has sacrificed you.
They really have. And look who it is. It's the winners of that last map. They're looking to continue some of that momentum off of the win. They group up. They push on forward. Leo doing a great job playing this rock.
Okay.
Trying to put this SOG to work. Is able to find one. Okay. Crow taken on down. Goes to the reload. It's not going to be enough, but thankfully for you, your teammates, they have a great angle sitting up here in the sky. You can see.
Wait.
SWAT 556 going to work.
Hustle very far back. I know he's got a sniper in his hand, and I love that we can just retreat. We have plenty of cash to be able to hit the redeploy, so not too worried. We'll get Leo back into the things, and there you go. There's the buyback, but it's also going to be the signal flare for the roster that was just hunting you down, that you just sent the buyback. You can already see them closing the distance there on the mini map, but for that roster that just won map number 5, well, Crow in the Gulag against Devo.
Huge. Yeah, I'll say this is a huge win for either team right now. And Devo slides on forward. Crow, L1R1. You get the shots on in, you get the armor crack, and now you just need to try and finish the job that's here. But Devo doing a great job being a slippery little snake and out of harm's way.
Wait.
The shots going through. Can you find them? The melees are going on in. Devo, he can't connect. Crow wins the Gulag.
Why was that so scary? Like, all I know is that man was just jumping, diving all around. Let's see if Innisty has any luck as well. So far, way more calm than the last one.
Sure.
Oh.
Shots.
It's okay, though. Sure.
Oh no, oh no. You get it?
No, don't try this. Don't do this. Okay. Okay. My man.
I also just want to say that is, I think, Gulag number 4. We have watched Mango FPS lose in zone 1. I'm not really tracking official stats on that, but it just feels like very early on when we tune into a Gulag, Mango FPS is on the other side and is not really doing too great. That one, got a little dicey very quick.
Don't call him out like that. What if Mango's just having a bad gulag day? We all have those,
Yeah,
right?
Listen, he's doing better than I would be doing in this lobby, okay? I'm not going to sit here and say I'd be doing better, but maybe if you were able to make it to LCQ, let's focus on winning the ones in the gulag, get some free points on the board, like Z-Puff is going to try and do right now against Void.
Okay. Similar to what we just witnessed. We're dancing around the center. We've already expended our thermite. He's like, come on, egging him on, trying to get him closer, and well, not gonna win that. Good for you though, your teammates have already done that. However, your teammates back on Verdansk have already fallen down, so we are in absolute shambles for that roster that has just won, and for Grits lost. A squad wipe netted to them. Can we get the clutch up? Pistol in hand, smoke down. Rez coming in, but you've got two different squads surrounding you, and we're okay for now.
Yeah. I think you're going to be able to hit loadout, stabilize a little bit. One of the squads, you can see Clout starting to make his way away. I think he saw maybe that fly-in come on through. I believe he knocked Crow before NSD can maybe get his feet on the ground, so he realizes it's a 2v1, says, I don't really like my chances on that. Let me go ahead and let me back on up. So that fight's happening. You can see across the way, you got Famous Kima trying to be able to maybe get some damage down range, but Tiff, yet again, we are just losing teams left and right. We are already at only 41 teams remaining just as zone number 2 comes to a close.
I mean, we lost one team by 5 minutes into the map, so now halfway through, we're doubling it down to 10, and you've lost another 6. It's not as frenzied as I thought it would be, but it's definitely a quicker pace of what we've witnessed prior, and honestly, the zone bouncing back instead of committing to a different area. So we're still going towards that northeast. No one's in Quarry. So for all the teams that are looking to get mixy where we currently are, squad number 18, this is that southwestern side of things. There's gonna be multiple teams that are in that area, and squad 22, the closest to Quarry itself. We're on the outskirts and we're still working our way up.
Yeah, you can see Phoenix has spotted NSD by themselves. Some great shots here on the top, playing on this roof, just playing either side. And well, with NSD going down, I do believe that is going to be that squad who just won map number 5, wiped off the map. I don't think that they are here anymore. I could be wrong. Sometimes Codcaster likes to juke us, but I think we saw most of them go to the gulag and come back on out. So taking on down. We'll try and keep an eye though down towards train station, Tiff. Like you mentioned, there is a lot of fighting going on, and a lot of fighting amongst teams that are right on the fringe right now. Maybe we can go take a look at what's going on some of those squads, because everybody's just trying to fight for a spot on the inside.
A little peeksy with CTE. I mean, I know they had already found some knocks. You got Futurist Game, Almighty TJ, MG Effect. Honestly, CTE maintained position. They're the third party to the situation. Over here at Twins, this is a great way to stay healthy. Sure, we get the knocks, but can we grab the fulls? It looks like Clutch Belk is able to grab one. Reels is going to be able to finish the touches on that roster, but Arbiter, if he's nearby this, things are going to get scary.
Royal Eyes playing from above, getting some good shots on in. You make a good point that I think if any of these other teams just kind of look on up, they could play spoiler. You're just kind of waiting for the time being right now. Belk doing a great job. He's finding even more. He's able to bring down Future. He's able to get the full. I think that's going to be the opening that you're looking for. Pushes on forward. Blast Trap will stop you in your tracks for now, but Belk can go on the south side. He's going to hit the Ascender. He's going to try and work from the top down while your teammate tries to pincer on in. Can you manage to find one more?
TJ grabs a knock on Arbiter. This is gonna allow him a clean line of sight. He's already on 5. Oh, the power thermite. I'm ready for that to work, but it doesn't, and that's okay. So here's the deal. I say we completely clean house here, because don't let them get the res onto Arbiter. This is gonna be where people do not get their fools, and it can be a negative, especially here for CTE. But you know what they have? They have the buy station. So if they have the cash, which Clutch Belk definitely does, they could grab a UAV, find information surrounding this, and totally turn the fight in their favor.
Yeah, you see they're going to hit that buy station, probably just buy a quick UAV. You still have Team 28 lurking on the outside as well. You managed to take mostly a good fight against one, and now you're trying to bring it to the other. Sliding around, maybe looking for a different angle. You are split. If they can isolate Royalize here, you're gonna make this a 3v2 and make it a little bit easier for you.
Oh, Arbiter. They were able to stick the res, and they are on 4 kills. So now back up and trying to keep the pressure. This is an interesting fight here because I do believe one member of that almighty TJ roster was able to get out. It might have been Foul Nets, but they've just left. Now it's a 3v2. A Zombie is going to be the opening one to fall. Clutch Belk and now Royalize need to stand their ground, but you already see Royalize disengaging. I'm not sure if they had the cash after expending it on the UAV to go ahead and hit a buyback, or if Zombie does have the gulag. But the way they're acting, it looks like we need more cash and a buy. Wait, Zombie's back up.
Oh, it might have got the res. Okay, yeah, Belk, he's brought back on up. He has a great angle onto one. The armor crack is there yet again. Over here at Twins Tiff, here's my only sort of issue. Yeah, you're trying to take this fight. You are trying to be able to get these kills, and I think Clutch Belk is maybe realizing what I was just about to say. Zone's about to start pushing this team on in. You have a long way to go to get into zone. You got to start moving sooner rather than later. You know you're going to have this team at your back, but it's not going to be too difficult just to kind of, all right, let's keep turning our time, turning our sights around us. Try and maybe pick them off if we can, but you got to start moving earlier. If you have any car that's near you, great. Grab that vehicle, get into zone, because you can see where this is moving. It's moving up towards that top right, towards that quarry side. And I wonder if this is going to potentially be maybe that out in the open, the kind of type of zone yet again.
All I know is I do not envy this rotation, but look who has a vehicle. Squad number 28, Obsidian, Realize, Arbiter. And I don't care because they're just going to look to get as far north as humanly possible, but not before they go south to get out of the line of sight for this CTE roster. They've got squad number 7 out towards their left, but everything is open. And I'm assuming we used all of our resources on that last fight, so we have no smokes for the rotate. And if we're on the cusp, mind you, we fell in 24th early on in game number 4, which means we're still on that threshold, that bubble, in order to make it into the regional finals for CTE.
Void Gun Praise. Another squad that we've seen mixed success with all day long. Just trying to be able to make their way on in. Big C, Leo, and Hustle, they're in this fight against Stable J. And they make it happen. That's a great thermite to go down there. Can you manage to find another one? I don't know if you can. Big Z is able to back on up. Meet back on with Hustle. Self-revive is able to come on through from Leo. Can you take this fight from a different angle? It's such a good job from Stable J right now, just kind of consistently floating back and forth. Unfortunately, letting them stabilize in this fight was probably the worst thing that you could do. Jay takes some damage. He's actually going to go ahead and back on up. I mean, if you are Stable J and Strixie right now, I think you definitely don't want to poke the bear too much.
You really don't. Especially when you're not finding yourself in a solid position on the leaderboard, and same with CTE. Pretty sure they're 27th prior to this match. I would hate for you to end game number 6 and miss out on regional finals by 1 placement.
You know what's going to happen, though.
Someone's going to do it. Someone's going to miss it by 1, find themselves in the LCQ and having to score inside the top, 5? Rely on a wild card? Arbiter? At least you make the buyback. Get your teammates back on in. Obsidian realize they've got the cash. And quite frankly, you want information from them, but you want them to live.
And look who's been able to make their way just into the edge of zone. CTE, they lost Royalize in the process. But here they are. So just holding on line.
Yikes.
We're going to be keeping our eyes out and letting you folks know if we have any of teams that are on the bubble that are just trying to survive.
so nervous for this roster. Look how many teams are ahead of them at TV Station. You got squad number 30, the remnants of squad number 7, Arbiter, Obsidian. Everything that they've done to get themselves into the mix here for the end game, the rotation, they're on the south side. They can gatekeep if anyone wants to roll through, but Arbiter, you may be a top fragger in lower round 1, but you cannot be a solo hero on a staircase.
Not just yet. Void seemingly now the only one. Watching Willie Teed and the kill feed go a little bit crazy. And Void spots this player and says, all right, hey, nobody's using this? It's mine now. Let's go ahead. Give it to me. Just like that, Zombie. He's going to be the one to stay alive. Finds Aiden taking on down squad 47. They're still here at TV Tiff. You have to be really careful if you are a Zombie, because Clutch Belk gonna go to the gulag.
Hear me out, Dan.
Be able just to try and make it. And he doesn't. Wait, Belk loses the gulag against Arbiter.
Not good, right? Because hear me out. There were 5 points outside of 25th place for the regional finals. NSD, he went down early on. They were 21st. So it's going to kind of crack open the bubble for regional finals. And you would hate to die out early on. You're forced to sit back, watch this lobby go through, and everyone look to leapfrog over you. If you're a Zombie, plenty of cash, no buy stations in a neighboring vicinity. You have 3 kills, not in a high enough multiplier to make all the work that you guys have done do enough to leapfrog. You have a team of 3 hunting you down, and just like that, did you do enough?
Well, we're gonna wait to get all of those scores on in, because this is gonna come down to the wire as we start looking at some of the teams that are still here and how this zone is shaping on up. We're gonna be playing on the outside of Quarry. That is for certain. You see a number of squads who are just trying to gate their way into zone. A couple other teams who have laid claim to some buildings already, saying, please come try and take it. Good luck for Arbiter, Obsidian, and Realize. This has been a fantastic regain from them. The fact that we just watched Arbiter win a gulag against Clutch Belk, help keep his team on in it, is absolutely beautiful. End of zone 4 here, Tiff. 27 teams remaining.
I'm gonna need some plot armor for this roster if they want to make it into regional finals. Situated. Oh wait, Zombie had gulag?
He still has gulag.
Holy.
He's still alive. He's not dead yet. Living up to his name. Rising from the dirt. Can he do it? Jack PDW in hand. We thought he was taken out. Still had a gulag, but get you some. Is gonna win it. And actually now finally eliminate them out of this lobby. Wow.
Tough. That's okay. We sit back, we wait. Attention goes to Arbiter, Obsidian, Realize. Look how many teams are around them. That is not a mini map I want to see from Codcaster for a team that is on the cusp. Sloppy Joe, Asterix, Steezy Mac. I mean, we've seen some big plays out of them throughout our 6-game series. And especially this team on your screen, the boys, get you some, the one who just ended Zombie's journey here in game number 6. No plates. Gulag weapons. Cito, last alive now. It's dangerous, but you gotta do what you gotta do, and I love this.
Hey, you know what? If he's able to get to top 20, Tiff, and get to that 1.4 times multiplier, it's better than nothing, right? At least has secured at 1.2, and I think has been able to do it just like that. What has me concerned though, Tiff, squad 34 just got wiped. That was a team that was on the bubble. One of our potential bottom 10 teams that may be going home, will not be moving on to LCQ, will not be moving on to regional finals. Going out very early in this game could be what makes the difference. Now, they did get to the 1.4 times multiplier, so they got to this point with a decent number of kills. That could be it. That could be all they need, but we won't know until the dust is settled. Squad 31, they're wiped. That's a squad that also was in a similar situation. We're starting to see the pressure get applied to some of these teams that needed to have a fantastic game number 6.
And you see the next poll come through. Sniper, Villain, Unlimited. This is the squad that found themselves at the bottom, right? A comeback of a century is needed. Can we preserve Unlimited? At least go into the end game as a duo. You're in 16 teams alive, so we're starting to climb up in the multipliers, and we've got a couple of kills, and quite frankly, open pickings here for squad number 47. A good thermite connects for plates. The knock coming in. This could be 2. A misplay.
Unfortunately, not able to stay alive. It's just going to be unlimited. Has the cash. If he can get to a buy station, double buyback could come here, but it's a slide on out. Unlimited, taken on down. Just 3 teams shy of a 1.6 times multiplier. Arbiter Obsidian realized they're still here, Tip. They came into this map 24th. And I think they're just realizing, hey guys, if we just get a decent number of kills and we get to that 1.8 times multiplier, we might do it off of that. We might make it to the regional finals just playing like that. For other squads, though, it is about trying to make a statement. For Vonbot, gets a little bit too aggressive out in the gas. He's taking on down. This big blue building is the definition of layer cake that we got going on right now. 4 or 5 teams on the inside. Everybody just trying to hold on by a thread. Top 10 is here, 1.6 times multiplier.
Look at this. Multiple squads. Look where we pull. Not a single soul in that next zone. Strixie down and out thanks to Supra. But look who's gonna make the push. Sloppy Joe. Here to get messy. Doesn't have to be pretty, but as long as it gets you on to the next stage, and yeah, it's gonna be punishing.
Great read right there from Steezy Mac to be able to find Supra, trying to do a nice little hop up. And look who activates from the outside. It's his teammates, Asterix and Sloppy Joe, clean up Jacob. But all this fighting, this could be what Obsidian, Arbiter, and Realize we're looking for. Sliding on down. It's a fight. It's in the gas. You lose one. Realize bleeding on out, hanging on by a thread. I don't know if you're going to be able to have this Arbiter taken on down. I think it's Obsidian. It might still have a gulag, maybe. Taken on down. I am seeing squad wiped, though. Only 6 teams remaining. Tiff, 1 more needs to go to be into the 1.8.
You also have Team Zepti left alive. Willie Teed crushing the dreams of others. Rudy Rabizi, Sunny, sniper in hand. That could go big, especially for an open end game. Investing lethal straight to where Willie Teed is, but oh my god, they just keep on going. Team ETC in the mix. Blitzy down. Willie Teed? You take down Sloppy Joe? Maybe? But it's Thomas from behind the rock. Our 2-time winners in a 6-game series, making sure that they can clear house and get another 2x multi here.